Here we go back at it again. Another episode of Horse Race Bets, getting you ready for the weekend coming up. And of course, we get back into the swing of things with our Tuesday play of the day. You know, quick little side note, they're talking a lot about the CAWs, the computer assisted wagering system that is happening, that is ruining all of our value. Delmar says they're going to cut off the individuals or the computers from having access to the win pools about 2 minutes to post. We'll see how that affects things. We got massacred with our selection, Lovesick Blues, who was about 25 to 1 or so. Me actually higher than that, but we're going to say 25 to 1 when they walked into the gate. I think ended up crossing the wire at about 18 to 1. So you see how we lose our value there. I don't discuss those things because it's too deep in the weeds and there's nothing I can do about that at all. All I do is pick winners. So let's just go ahead and do that. All right. Great racing coming up this weekend. Let's get started. We talked about a couple of the races that are taking place at Saratoga on Saturday, and there are more. The FourstardAVE Stakes. This is an awesome betting race. 1 mile on the turf course, 10 runners in this field. And when you look at this race, right, you'll see some of these runners that you're familiar with. You know what they do. And then there's some you probably haven't seen before. On the West Coast, Johannes is a really, really nice runner that, you know, kind of grinds the way to victory. And then you see other runners in here you've seen before. Intellect's a nice one. My boy Prince is interesting. But I'm going to I'm not really taking a chance here, but I'm going to go with a runner that I think is extremely consistent. And they're all kind of the same runner, so it took me a minute to figure out which one I wanted to go with. But Spirit of St. Louis is the runner we go with in the Four-Star-Dave. Manny Franco, Chad Brown. And the reason why we like this runner is because they have a nice record at the distance. There are a lot of runners in the race that have run a mile and a 16th, but the mile has been a problem. But I don't think it's a problem at all for Spirit of St. Louis. We'll sit right in that perfect spot, and you can actually go and take a look, you know, at performances in big races, going a mile. I think the mile is much better for Spirit of St. Louis than a mile and a 16th. And we get value. So we're going to go there in the Four-Star-Dave, the number 7, Spirit of St. Louis. Then we take a look at the Bibbies. Grade 2 Saratoga Special, 6.5 furlongs on the dirt on Saturday at Saratoga. Field of 6, they all have speed. Naturally, they're 2-year-olds. It's really hard to find a 2-year-old that comes out just naturally able to kind of rate depending upon their pedigree. But usually at 2, you're looking for speed. And then you'll worry about teaching them how to be professional later on. Well, there's a runner that I think that already sort of has that element, and I like quite a bit about the Twocompport. First off, love Luis Saez. Doesn't matter what he's riding. He's awesome. But if you look at some of the performances in the first 2 starts, nice performance in the maiden breaking score. But then what I liked is that they tried to sit off the pace again in a little stakes race and in the Bashford Manor. And I think that they're just kind of learning how to do that. And I think Luis Saez is one of the best jockeys at getting a speed horse to just kind of settle, not far back, but just right off the pace. And he finishes. He's such a strong finisher. So we go with the Twocompport in the Grade 2 Saratoga Special. But wait, there's more. You know, we haven't talked much about Gulfstream Park so far. And, you know, anytime they can have a chance to run on the turf at Gulfstream Park, I am all in, man. And the $75,000 Bears Den Stakes is another chance to do that 1 mile over the turf. And you take a look at some of these runners, 9 runners in here. You know, the runner I'm going to go with was your beaten favorite last time out. And I think maybe that might get us a bit more value today. So what I mean by that is you've got these runners in this race. Layabout, Adam Money, who ran behind. But Layabout, Iron Hand's going to be intriguing. Layabout was very impressive last time out, able to beat our selection. And so I think maybe because of that, we'll get value on a horse that I think is just better than everyone else. Just didn't get a good trip last time out. Win with Faith is the runner. Beaten favorite last time. Probably going to be your favorite or second choice post time here. If we can get 7-2 on this runner, we'll take that happily. We think this is a better runner than the others in the field. And they'll get a better trip this time around. There you go. That's coming up on Saturday. That's the Bears Den Stakes at Gulfstream Park. Tuesday play of the day coming your way. We always try to find something with value. So we're going to go to the turf course at Louisiana Downs for their 7th and final race. In this situation, it's non-winners of 2 lifetime. And they're going to go 7.5 furlongs on the turf. It's that non-winners at 2 lifetime thing that I think is intriguing, because the runner that we're picking just broke the maiden, but it's been close so many times. I just think they are a stronger, better horse, and maybe we might get value because the horse just broke the maiden. Kathy's Boy is the runner we're going to go with. Race number 7, Louisiana Downs, Tuesday evening. And we just like the progression, and we like the horse that has the recency. And we just go back and look and see all those close calls. So we're like, okay, this horse has talent. They just have to figure out how to win. Maybe that happened last time out with the maiden breaking score. So we go with Kathy's Boy, now facing winners for the first time, but they're not facing a bunch of world beaters, so it's not a big deal. We go with that runner, and we should get some value when it's all said and done. That's it. That's how we do this Tuesday episode of Horse Race Bets. And in the meantime, until next time, we will see you here. Good luck and enjoy whatever you're into this week, and let's get back into the winner's circle.